Live. Good
Hi.
evening, good afternoon, good morning, whichever part of the world you are. Welcome to another live session here at Leejay and Melissa.
Yeah, we have Amelia
We have
again with
Amelia
us.
again with us. Just wanted to talk, so she's over here. um, Anyways, thanks a lot for those who just recently inquired getting into our business.
Yes,
Yesterday
we had uh,
we had
around 35 business inquiries.
35 business inquiries, guys. This is crazy. I don't know if I can show you
Yeah,
this, but uh, my email is exploding
yeah,
with a lot, like a lot of inquiries,
inquiries.
like increase upon increase upon increase.
Yeah.
And we are so blessed that we recently talked to a gentleman that has many questions, right, in regards to starting this business. What is this business all about? Things like that. And as I mentioned before, we usually answer these questions in our live sessions. So if you're in right now and you'd like to ask us a question, um,
Yeah.
drop into the chat below or send us
Yeah.
a message. Okay. But today's topic, we're actually not going to talk about business as much, right? But we're going to talk about time management, right? How do we manage time as a couple, as business partners, as parents, and how do we manage time? Because it's not only the business that we run; we also run a household.
Yes.
We also run. We also do training for ourselves, and I'm taking college courses, right? But recently, I've stopped my college courses, obviously because of the big trip that we had in the U.S. But planning to start a few courses again in college. Time management is, I think, it's a skill. It didn't come overnight for us. Uh,
Yeah.
I think time management has to do with a lot of discipline. Look at me.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi. Say
Say hi,
hi.
everybody. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
And and we'd like to share that. We would like to share those little nuggets that we've learned, um, you know, along the way, especially with so many obligations and so many dreams that we have. We really need to have that discipline necessary in order for us to operate as a family, in order for us to run a business. Um, Anyways, for those who just recently liked us on Facebook or followed us on this channel or in this Facebook page, thanks a lot and welcome to Leejay and Melissa. We're hoping that we're going to give you some knowledge, some answers, and some of the questions that you have uh, in regards to starting your own um, online business and starting to earn online type of thing. So,
Yeah.
um, yes,
Hi.
thank you for your admiration.
Oh,
But
thank
how
you.
to manage your time? Yes, it's
Yes, because we have family, we have business, we also
we do
have
training.
training.
Um, oh, thank you. We're gonna talk soon. Um, but yes, it's I don't know how I can explain it, but it's more of a magical
Yeah,
thing when it comes to time management. And like what I said, it's a skill that
yeah,
is acquired over the years.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and
I think because we we started our family for 8 years ago. It was 9 years ago now.
yep, 9 years ago
So
now.
I guess it's over time. We got used to how what are the things that we want to prioritize.
That's right.
Our family, our kids is number one.
Yeah.
We first look at the things that what are the things they need. They need to be fed, they need to do all these things, and we put a schedule around it.
That's
right?
right. So we do have scheduling of
Yes.
when the kids are at home. I will see
Oh,
you soon.
yay!
Yes,
Yeah, we'll see you
we'll
soon.
see you soon. Um, when we're at home with the kids, there's a separate schedule, and when the kids are in school, there's a separate schedule.
Yes.
And this is the thing with North American parents or any parent out there um, that are busy, that are working. You drop off your kids in the morning, you come back and
Yeah.
see them, and we've been there. We've used daycares, we've used different child what you call this services, not child services.
Child services.
It sounded like we're using the government. No, no, no. Daycares and day
Daycare.
homes, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Before.
so
Yeah.
we have a schedule around it. But I guess the key thing here, there's three things that to remember when it comes to time management, right?
Yes.
Number one is scheduling, right? So scheduling is very important. You really sit down and
Yeah.
and
Put a time.
put a
on,
time and put a
on
schedule.
everything you want to
Can you
do.
pass me a notebook?
Yeah. Here.
And a notebook, right? So this is
Take notes.
take notes of the things that you need to do, right? Um, one of the things is number one is put a time
Yeah.
or schedule, right? I'll just show you because our schedule changed, right?
Yeah.
We do have when the kids are home, we have a separate schedule. We have a different schedule. We need to schedule what time they wake up, what time they eat, what time is
Playtime.
playtime, what time is iPad time or electronic time,
Yeah.
what time is prayer
Sleeping
time,
Yeah,
right?
prayer.
Dinner, lunch, snacks, right? Everything has a time, and even for this um, live sessions like this, we try and time it and keep it under half an hour,
Yeah.
because obviously there's more tasks, right, to do. But for us parents, it's really it's challenging in a way that there's a lot of tasks that we need to complete, right?
Yes.
So to give you an example, right, I have my notebook here. I don't know if you
They
guys can
see
see it.
Oh, it's too
It's
bright.
too bright.
It's too
But
bright.
my notebook
Yeah.
will tell you what time or
Yeah.
the schedule
Yes.
with or without school.
Yeah.
And this particular schedule changed when we came back from our trip,
Yeah.
because we have certain priorities that we need to
Yes.
that we need to adjust. Okay,
Yeah.
so number one is scheduling, right?
Yes.
And take a piece of paper or your notebook,
Mm-hmm.
and write down the course of the day from the moment you wake up to the moment you need to go to bed. Okay.
Yes.
Number two is the thing that you mentioned earlier, right? The prioritization, right? Prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very important because obviously you can knock down your task list
Mm-hmm.
and leaving the more important task behind.
Yes, like you get things done, but you don't really get things done.
Yeah,
kind
you
of thing.
don't,
Like
exactly.
you are doing things, but it's things without the prioritization. You tend to do the things that are not that important without it. So with prioritization, you look at the things that is more important that you want to do in one day, and then get that done, and then you do the other less important things.
Exactly, right? So one of the one of our priority in the morning is for the kids to be fed,
Yeah,
right?
breakfast.
So the first thing I do when I wake up, obviously um, I do my routine,
Mhm.
and then I cook breakfast right away for the kids because I want to be
Yes.
prepared when they wake up, right? And passion, I guess, also to things you want to do. Yes,
Yes,
big
yes,
part of it
yeah.
is the passion that you really want to do this, right?
Yes.
Because when we prioritize things, the very important thing for us is that our family,
Yes.
and then our our business,
Mhm.
right? It's always been like that.
Yes.
And that's probably why the reason why we entered or we started an online business is
Yes.
because of our family, right?
Yes.
We really want to make sure that they that we are, we are there when they're growing up.
Yes.
That we can support them in anything that they do.
Yes.
And look at Amelia here. We're working while Amelia's right here, right? Uh, it might not look like work to her, but to us it is work. But for her, it's just playtime, right? And just hanging out with us. So prioritize. There are some business priorities. There are some
Mhm.
family priorities, right? You know, we have our faith first, right?
Yes.
Wake up in the morning, we
Yes.
pray, right?
Yes.
The same
And then
thing
before we sleep.
before we sleep, right? And then our family, and then our business. Okay, in that order, I think is
Yes.
the priority.
Yeah.
And then number three, last but not the least, nugget for you guys when it comes to time management is discipline.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
know.
God. We were thinking the same thing. I was
Yeah, it
Yes.
is the
Like being
it
able to
is
follow through,
that's right.
like
Being able to follow through, being able to glue together the plan that you have created,
yes.
right? And Zig Ziglar, I think, says this all the time. Discipline is the glue to all the personal developments out there.
Mhm.
You could list down all the tasks, all the schedule that you have here, right? You can list down
Yes.
all of them, but if you
Yes.
don't have the discipline to follow through with it,
Mhm.
then nothing's gonna happen. Okay,
Yes.
so and and to discipline, meaning you really to exert
That effort.
that effort,
Mhm.
right? Even though you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Even though it's hard,
that's right. And even though it's hard, it's time consuming, it's
Yeah.
energy consuming, you name it, right?
Mhm.
People would like to do the things that we do as well.
Yes.
And they always say, Leejay, you know what? I really want to do what you do. I really want
Mhm.
to start my online business. I want to do this. I want to do that. Um, but if you don't have that power, that extra umph to
Yeah.
to to do the things that you really want to do, right? And the
Mhm.
discipline to actually get up in the morning or set aside some time to do your business
Mhm.
is going to be very difficult. Say hi.
Hi. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi. This is Alice.
Alice with a new haircut. How do
Yeah.
you like your haircut?
You like your haircut?
No, you don't like your
Say
haircut?
hi. Say hi.
I don't like my haircut.
Aww.
Oh, you said you like it.
Alright. So those are the three things, guys. Hopefully they help you. Scheduling is number one, to list down the
Yes.
things that you need to do, and prioritize, and having that follow through at the end. Okay.
Yes.
So that is the topic today.
The Oreo. I want to try the Oreo.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, we're gonna
Yeah,
try
you
the
can-
Oreo as soon
yeah.
as we're done. Okay,
Yeah,
No.
please.
we can help you with the Oreo because I
Please.
think it's
No.
on the top.
Please,
No,
please.
no, I can get a chair.
You sure? Okay, sure.
Okay, go.
Okay. And
Um,
yeah, the thing with following through, what really helped us is getting that accountability. That's somebody who would check out on you, like a mentor, like
an accountable partner, right?
Yes.
Just somebody that would
Yes,
tap your
like-
shoulder to
Yeah.
see if you're
like, hey, are you doing this kind
Yeah.
of thing? Like,
yeah. And I think that's very important.
yeah,
And they say too, for people that are going to the gym, it's better to have an accountability partner.
Yeah.
Somebody that you can meet up at the gym at 5 in the morning or whatever,
Mhm.
so that you also have that
That-
feeling of responsibility that you need to do it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you'll be standing up with your friend, right? It's the same thing in business, and the way we manage our household is that we have accountability, right? Um,
Yeah.
Melissa usually takes care of our clothes. I take care of the food, and
Yeah.
and we both share with our responsibilities with the kids.
Yes.
I change Amelia's diapers, and and Melissa takes care of the showering part, things like that we do as a
Yes.
couple, right?
Mhm.
But again, it can be chaotic if there's no glue, if there's no discipline, that that's hold everything together, right? It can be really chaotic. I mean, our house can be can be trashed in a second
Yeah.
if we don't impose rules around it, right? So
Yes.
the kids, for example, they need to clean up after they mess,
Yeah.
and you know, and
Yes, baby, you can
things like
open
this,
it.
like
I can.
Oh yeah.
Alice wanting to eat Oreo, right? She needed to ask permission before she can actually eat any of these sweets.
Yes.
Okay, we actually have this Oreo from the States.
Yes.
It's called birthday cake Oreo,
Yeah.
and I don't think we have
And we
it in
got two
Canada.
packs. One
Yes.
is
Yeah, we don't have
birthday
it in
cake,
I haven't
and
seen it.
one is
The
mint.
flavored Oreo. I don't think they have it in Canada yet, but
Yeah.
I've never seen one anyways.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, you want to try it?
Try it.
Want to tell them how
How'd you
it
like it?
tastes?
You like it? Awesome. All right, guys. Managing time as well. Extending my time in the form of waking up early is a huge portion of this, right?
Give me the birthday cake.
Yeah.
Back when I
You
was,
get some-
you still in your pajamas, Albert? All
Yeah.
right. Close the door, please. Thank you. Um, just a few months ago, I was taking some college courses, right? And one of the things that I learned over the years is that if I don't have time,
Mhm.
I need to make time. It is very simple. And
If it's your passion and
is-
you really want to do it,
That's
you,
right.
You make time for it.
that's right.
Mhm.
Just like our friend said over here on the chat box, right? Passion of the things that you want to do, right?
Mhm.
Because the thing is, it's really difficult, right, to move a muscle
Yeah.
if you don't want the things that you're gonna do. The thing with it too is that, especially for people that are working and people that they don't like their job anymore, but they need to earn money,
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
it gets very
Mhm.
stressful, and that's why people, all of these things are associated with sickness and people that are getting
It's too stressful.
too stressful for them, right?
Yeah.
And then they end up being hospitalized because of the amount of stress they, hopefully it's not going to happen to any of our friends or family or anyone out
Mhm.
there. They have panic, anxiety attacks or heart
Mhm.
attacks, things like this. It's associated to the
Yes.
lifestyle and the stress that they
Yes.
have.
Because it's true, and it happened to us like this. When it comes to stress, it really affects your health, right?
It
Yeah.
does. A few years ago, I was working at a software company as an account executive, and my breakfast is a ginormous amount of black coffee
Yeah.
in the morning,
Yeah.
and I worked in a high performance setting, right?
Yeah.
So, I need to be up on my toes. I need to be really quick in my answers,
Yes.
and I really need to tackle different problems in a very professional way. Um, and all of this is bringing down my health, right? And one day I'm just driving, and Melissa and I was just talking, and I felt like this
Yeah.
attack in my chest that
Yeah. We were on the way to the zoo.
we were on the way
Yeah,
to the zoo,
To the Calgary
and,
Zoo.
and right on the highway, I felt this pain in my chest, and I thought I was having a heart attack. So I went directly to the emergency
Yeah.
hospital, right?
Yes.
And have it checked, right? Turns
Yeah.
out that I'm actually having an anxiety attack, a panic attack.
Panic attack.
Too
Too much caffeine.
much caffeine and too much work, because I
Yeah.
do work
Yeah.
tremendously hard. Especially when I'm representing a company, I want to be one of their best people, right? And that's
Yes.
always my thing. So hi.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys, I digress about the topic.
There's too much to tell.
There's too much to tell. There's so much stories to share. But again, if you're new here, thanks a lot and welcome to Leejay and Melissa. If you are an oldie and have been following us for a while, thanks a lot for your support. And we hope to continue to bring you these nuggets and this, the experience that we have around building an online business. It is not easy, right? But it's simple, right?
It's worth
It's worth it, right? To be able to have the time, the freedom, to be able to take our kids all the way to the United States for 2 months and see the beautiful places that God has created.
And spend time with family. I think to us that's worth it. All
the hard work, all the money invested, you name it, right? Whatever is our loss is our gain. Okay, and and that's what we live for. Is our family to be able uh, to provide that, right? So I hope you find inspiration to this live session. Thanks a lot for dropping by. And if you're watching this recorded, right, reach out to us if you're interested. If you have, questions about the online space, and wanted to, to know more about it. We have a workshop every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. Eastern, and in this in this workshop they talk about the entire business altogether. Okay, and hopefully this will spark your career or your not, I don't want to call it hustle, but your interest into starting your own online business, right? There are a lot of large income claims in the online industry, but some of those income claims though are not morally right. So we picked this particular system because it aligns to our faith, it aligns to our moral values, and we know that it's legitimate. Okay, and that's the thing with our system is that you know it's not only legitimate, but it's also working, right? So for those of you who just recently found us on YouTube or in Facebook, that's where you know that it's working. And and for those of you who are wondering what the business is all about, right? This is attraction marketing in an automated way, where it actually runs in the background. When you're sleeping, leads are coming. Business inquiries are coming through, sales are coming through, etc., etc. And you too have that opportunity. You too have that opportunity to, to tap into this system, and it really just up to you on how fast you want to go, right? We have business partners in all walks of life, from nurses to doctors to lawyers, engineers, business executives, pastors, a lot of Christian religious not organization, but leaders in their respective organizations are also joining this community, because they know the morals and the values of our
they
system
have reasons
will align.
They have reasons. They use the system for their own reasons, like helping their community, helping their church,
their church community, their families, right? Helping for they wanted to get to retire and have more income for themselves. There are many reasons out there, but whatever your reasons are, we're always here for one thing, and that one thing is change. And change is very difficult, right? But once it happens, it's for the better. Okay. Thanks a lot. Take care, guys. Have fun. God bless. Bye bye.